Would you like to know how to make a proper curry house style chicken ceylon? This one is from my book, The Curry Guy Bible. Let's get to it. So let's get started. As always, I have all my ingredients laid out here and ready. This is a fast one. Curry house curries only take about 10 minutes or less to make and cooked over a high heat. So you want to make sure you have everything to hand so you can put it in when it's needed. All right, so I got this pan over a high heat here. I'm gonna add a little bit of oil, a couple tablespoons there. And to that, I've got some whole spices. I got a piece of star anise there. I got some cardamom pods, which I've bruised, and also a cinnamon stick. I'm just gonna let those flavor that oil for about 30 seconds. It's already crackling a bit. They will continue to flavor the curry as it cooks. To that, I'm going to add some garlic and ginger paste. So about a tablespoon of garlic and ginger paste is all you need. So we're a nice high heat, so we don't need to cook it very long. About 30 seconds will do. And to that, I'm going to add some curry leaves. Curry leaves, Ceylon, it's Sri Lankan inspired, so of course curry leaves need to go in there. I got some nice curry leaves here I'm going to add to it. And also a couple of finger chilies. Throw that all in there like that. Let that sizzle for a bit. And I have some spices which I'm going to add to it as well, which we will go ahead and do now. I've got also about 2-3 tablespoons of coriander stems, which we'll put in there as well. It's going to give a nice coriander flavor. Just finely chopped. To that, I've got some Kashmiri chili powder, some tandoori masala, and some mixed powder, which is a curry house style curry powder. You could just use a Madras curry powder or something like that. I'll stir all that in. And as I do that, the pan's going to get a bit dry, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and add some tomato passata. There we are. And then we'll start adding the base sauce. Now the base sauce I've made here, I made this with chicken stock. You can make it with water. I've got a recipe for it on the blog, but making it with chicken stock, just like you have here, gives it a nice chicken flavor because we're cooking this in 10 minutes, but we want it to taste like something that's been cooking for a good long time. So to do that, we need to have a few cheats, and one of those is a slowly simmered chicken stock. Goes very well with it. Okay, now then, I'm going to stir in some coconut flour. It's a coconut milk powder. We're just going to thicken the sauce a little bit. Add a little bit more base. And also some block coconut. And that block coconut gets really creamy. It's going to be nice. I want you to look closely to this pan while the block coconut is melting into it. You'll see that around the edges, it's caramelizing to the side because I'm cooking over such a high heat. You want to scrape that back in because that caramelization is flavor. You don't need to stir it from the bottom. There's too much liquid in there. It's not going to burn in 10 minutes. But you do want to make sure you're scraping that bit that's around the side right back in. Put a little bit more sauce in there. Okay, now to that, I'm going to add a little bit of mango. Sri Lanka, you want mango. That's going to give it a nice sweet flavor. That coconut is melting down nicely now. A little bit more base. And I've got some tandoori chicken. I cooked this tandoori chicken as per the recipe in my book, The Curry Guy Air Fryer. I have a video for that, so you just follow that. But if you want to cook it on your barbecue or whatever you want to do, it does add another layer of flavor rather than just adding raw chicken. Curry houses, they do tend to use pre-cooked chicken and then just heat it through. This is looking spectacular now. Rather than using more base sauce, I am going to put a little tiny bit, just a little bit, just to help everything cook through. Some more of that chicken stock. All right, grab my knife here. Got a couple of limes. Limes, lemons, something you want to add right at the end of cooking, because the flavor will cook out if you don't. So you just add it right at the end. There we are. Scraping around the sides again. And then one last thing, we have some cashew paste. So cashews are grown in Sri Lanka, so why not use nice cashew paste? And all this is about 15 cashews, which I blended with some water to make a paste. It's going to thicken it up some as well. And this isn't usually added at curry houses, but I do like a little bit of black pepper in mine as well. So we're just going to add some of that in there. There. A little bit more base. And we're about done there. 10 minutes, fast. I'll even throw a few more curry leaves in there, why not? There we are. And we got some garam masala there. Just gonna give it nice warming spices, flavor of nice warming spices at the end. This is looking too good. And then some salt. And I know I've made this so many times. I know about how much salt I like in it. Just add that to taste. There you have it. Chicken Ceylon. I'm going to give this a try. You're going to be amazed at what you can do at home. Making these curries. They aren't difficult. They're quite easy actually. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Want to see how it looks served up? Chicken Ceylon. These are the flavors of Sri Lanka, and you can make them at home in less than 10 minutes with this curry house style chicken Ceylon. It's easy, it's quick, it's delicious. Give it a try.